Have you ever been on Facebook Marketplace?
Yes, I guess I have. My girlfriend uses it as like a second business.
So, like, you can sell clothes on there, items of assortments, property rentals even, and even small business owners like to sell shrimp boil in a bag.
Wait.
So sometimes I want to buy this said shrimp boil.
Wait, you're telling me they sell shrimp boil on Facebook Marketplace?
To either change my life. I don't know what'll change my life. Either the picking up said shrimp boil, or just the location of the bag itself. You know, going on that side quest is pretty perfect.
Are you gonna cook the shrimp boil in the guy's house, or are you gonna do it at home?
I think it's already broiled.
What if you buy it off him and then have dinner with him?
Welcome, Pod-A-Mania. My name is Eddie.
My name's Dylan.
This is a weekly wrestling podcast.
Most of the time.
And you can go ahead and follow the damn podcast at Pod-A-Mania Pod _EWL3 and at Bozo Dills. What do we cover here, Dylan?
You know, we cover everything from Collision last week to Dynamite tonight because we're here at Toyota Arena.
And we are filming in the parking lot. At least for this first half, we'll see what happens.
You can catch us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Put us in your ears.
And you can like and subscribe. We're being harassed.
I love it. This is what I do for a living.
This is the life of being an influencer, guys. We are blocking half of the parking lot. It's also
half of this street is blocked by our podcast setup, and I don't feel bad.
So there is exciting matches going on Dynamite tonight, such as Ciampa and Kyle Fletcher. We have the three-way tag team match with the Rascals and the Young Bucks with the mystery tag team opponent. Somebody who may be coming back from injury. I'm not too sure. So we'll
But before we get to all that, we did have a couple matches on Collision that we wanted to talk about. First of all, Kevin Knight versus Scorpio Sky was awesome.
Absolutely insane matchup there. Again, two men who are able to match their in-ring abilities, their technique, their technical prowess matches what AEW wants Collision to be, and possibly their entire brand. You know, these high flyers who can also grapple and impress you against some of those bigger talents like Kyle Fletcher, and just like, I think Kevin Knight stands a chance when you put him into a solo contest, especially against a veteran like Scorpio Sky.
I think the main thing that I'm loving to see from Collision is it feels more indie, right? Because I feel like AEW wants to dip further and further into being the indie promotion and being that, not the secondary promotion, I should say, but like really dip into that faster pace, go, go, go style of wrestling that AEW really likes, while Dynamite is more of a headlining main show. And I think they're doing a really good job of differentiating that, and this match in particular shows that. I think Kevin Knight is one of the most underrated wrestlers in AEW right now, and it's not even close.
I think when you are given the opportunity to show up against a veteran and have some of these showcase matches in your career so early on, Kevin Knight, I mean, he's a year into his AEW career, and he's only getting better. It's when we have to consider these two companies and how they raise their younger talents and how they showcase them, even on the, like, you know, say what you will about SmackDown, that's supposed to be a B show. It has to carry the same level, or if not, like, have the ability to be its own show for its own reasons. The reason why we think AEW Collision is more of an indie show is because you do get Ring of Honor talent showcased there. You do get GCW talent and independent talent like Brittany Brooks took on.
It just feels like a show that the wrestling matters more than the promotion, in the sense of like rivalries and stuff like that. It feels like more matches get pushed forward on Collision than like rivalries and programs and things of that nature, if that makes sense. That's kind of where my head's at with it.
Yeah.
I say that as they had the whole ops thing happen on Collision.
The changing of the bosses, yeah.
But in general, it feels like Dynamite is more of the hey, we're going to progress the big stories here, and we're going to let a lot more talent shine on Collision.
And some people did, like, have a hissy fit about Hook declaring himself as the boss.
I fucking loved it.
I think
Marty Supreme is now the leader of the ops, bro.
I think taking into account where, again, one of those people who have been with AEW since the very beginning, and I think the ops and that level of talent that he's placed with Shibata and like Powerhouse Hobbs, Samoa Joe especially, like, I think you cannot fail with the amount of stardom you are surrounded with when you are Hook.
He's just too big to fail.
And I think as a superstar, maybe he needs to improve on the mic, but I think when you're carried by your dad, by a Samoa Joe, by, even like a Ricky Starks, if he decides to jump ship to NXT, there are mouthpieces that allow you to have.
I didn't want to say it. Hook just feels like a WWE guy. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's the style. I think it's the look, even. Like, something just feels like he would rock in NXT.
Yeah. I mean, put him in a Chase U t-shirt.
Oh my God. Don't do that. That is not what I... You basically just said, send them to NXT to die.
I did.
No, like, Hook is really awesome, and I think him being able to be the quote-unquote leader of the ops for now is going to be really good for him, because it's gonna put him center stage, where I feel like a lot of Hook, from what I've seen so far in AEW, is him being a helper rather than being his own individual and being the head of something, right? And I think now you're going to see him take the lead and take the reins of the ops and kind of be a decision maker and be a part of more programming. Yeah,
I mean, he was already being put in this lead rivalry with Hangman and Jet Set Rodeo. Being showcased in that manner, these guys really...
Are we going to see Jet Set Rodeo tonight?
I think we will.
I hope we will.
I'm not...
Come say what's up. Dude, I love it. Pod-A-Mania.
At Pod-A-Mania Pod.
EWL 300.
God. But yeah, this is the... Basically, I mean, Collision definitely showcases the younger talent a lot more. We see people like Brittany Brooks, the fiance or wife of Chris Bay, being in a match against Thekla.
Who's going to have a fucking match for the...
A strap match.
For a strap match. Hey, man, don't get me in a strap match. It's about to get wicked.
Don't get me in a strap match against Statlander. Yeah, I will say when they announced a strap match between two breathtaking women, it wasn't the strap that I first thought of.
Yeah, definitely not.
Ain't that right? By Twitter.
Ain't that right, Twitter?
By Twitter is just regular Twitter. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just Twitter, Eddie. It's just wrestling Twitter.
Bisexual Don Callis family is just regular Don Callis family.
And I will stand on that.
Me being an ally. They wish.
Every week we should come up with something that Don Callis would never say, since your impression's so good.
Yeah, I think that's... If we can get one good thing out of this podcast, I think it is fuck AI, fuck generative.
Fuck TI, fuck Nelly, fuck Fitty.
you say fuck me for?
Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa.
But
Dude,
I mean,
doing this in a part. I'm sorry to fuck with the episode.
No, it's fine.
And I feel like I keep touching my cord, and I'm so sorry for the audience.
This
is so bad,
if you signed up for this episode to be like a clear,
dude, I'm trying to like
representation of what this show actually is.
I'm trying to like sit to where I won't move anymore because I think I'm a product of our environment in the garage, and I miss the mic arm.
Yeah. I mean,
I remember me and you complaining about the mic arm because it didn't feel as comfortable, but now I miss it more than ever.
There is a certain sense of like freedom, range of motion. We're holding the microphones. But like not being in the garage and like being out and about, being almost an exhibit of.
Oh, dude, I feel like
the real life IWC.
Oh, dude, I feel like I'm in an art exhibit right now where people are like, dude, they're shooting a podcast, or like people are driving by and giving us shakas for some reason. I'm just like, what's going on, man?
Like,
but it's kind of cool because nobody's like making fun of us. They're all just like, this is sick. I keep hearing people say, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. And it's like, oh, great, our idea is working. People like our idea.
They're gonna fucking come up to us inside. Yeah, this is for the guy on Instagram that asked if we were going to be at the Toyota Arena. Yes.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
On our own volition, on our own dime. Please subscribe.
This costed Eddie $200.
Bought last night at 1 a.m. Clearly good at business.
Actually,
yeah.
You had been telling me for like a week and a half or 2 weeks that we're going, so I had thought you already bought it.
No.
You bought it last night?
Yeah.
God, dude. And I forgot the camera today. We're a mess.
I very easily, like, if I bought them a week ago, we would have had better seats.
Well,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, play the game of rewatching Dynamite this week, seeing if you could spot our boys.
We are on cam side. Like, we'll be able to be seen from camera if they do a really wide shot, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen our seats yet. You haven't shown me, and I don't want to know until we get there.
Yeah.
But back to what we were talking about before I rudely had ADHD. How dare I?
How dare the environment be distracting?
For real. But Thekla and Brittnie Brooks was another. I just feel like when I watch Collision, I get this sense of just like...
You do have a half and half gamble of it being a really good wrestling match or just a squash match for the mainstream talent, which this was.
That's what I'm saying.
Last very long.
Like that's what I was getting to. Like when I watch Collision, I either see unbelievable underrated matches, or they really want to make this person look strong.
Yeah, when not every match can be a parking lot brawl. Not every match can be that
three-way TNT title match.
Like when you consider Tommaso Ciampa and Roderick Strong, I think it was Roderick Strong and Claudio Castagnoli in that three-way match.
Oh my God! Imagine if they would have put that on in WWE. It's so crazy watching AEW, bro. Because you watch AEW. As someone who's watched AEW their whole life and like wasn't from the jump of AEW, you're just like, damn, man, they fumbled. Like that's how it feels like a lot of time. I just feel like I'm watching shit that I should have seen already. And now I'm getting to see it and I'm like, yeah, dude, this would have been sick.
But a lot of the time they are nerfing the talent on WWE TV when you are showcasing that triple threat on WWE broadcasting. The moves are toned down. They're obviously not doing back breakers or neck breakers and being as risque as they could be on a HBO Max or a TNT.
I also just think I feel WWE not pleads, but wants their talent to stay healthy
and safe
rather than kind of go for the stuff that they go on AEW. That's why these programs take so long in AEW, it feels like. I feel like a lot of times we deal with injury more often in AEW, but I think we're getting a better product out of it. And if it's like we always talk about, the wrestlers are willing to put their body on the line to put on a better product, who's to tell them no?
Yeah. We're still allowed to worry, but these wrestlers are obviously doing stuff to worry us.
I feel like I feel like an animal in a zoo right now.
Yeah, people looking at us.
It's so awesome.
But I mean, That three-way, though, it was insane.
Well, do you want to do that or you want to do the parking lot brawl?
I think that's the last thing we talk about in the parking lot.
That makes sense. All right, so the three-way between Roderick Strong, Tommaso Ciampa, and Castagnoli. Oh my God!
Castagnoli comes out in a dope Death Riders lucha mask.
Hey man, wrong group. We've been pushing. Is it we were wrong or are they wrong? Because we've been pushing Don Callis, lucha. What if Death Riders go lucha? We're just having blind faith today.
Yeah. This is the episode that wasn't meant to be.
Dude, but
against all odds.
But we made it happen.
These three wrestlers who, again, it's a Ring of Honor throwback. I'm not too sure if this happened already back in the day, but these three, there was graphics on Twitter being made of...
Dude, the graphic of Tommaso Ciampa and Briscoe from last week, what the fuck was Ciampa doing with his hair?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, blind faith, actually. But these three men are showcasing of real talent, real strong style ability, that American strong style, European strong style, and then just like this aggressive psycho style that Ciampa has is, really...
It feels like Ciampa's just fucking turned the dial up to 10.
I mean, built for this AEW style. When you get released from this AEW contract, not even being released, but not re-signing
your WWE contract. You misspoke. Sorry.
Your WWE contract. You get a chance to re-debut and repackage yourself, and just be on fire from the start. And I think Ciampa really has got to a really leveling ability with the top talent. It could go either way tonight between him and Kyle Fletcher ahead of Grand Slam. People are curious if the hometown Aussie will bring in the TNT championship.
Isn't it sick
TNT
that I
title.
didn't have to cause a riot? Because I told you I was going to cause a riot if we didn't get to see Kyle Fletcher tonight.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about that parking lot brawl.
Yeah. So that was Eddie Kingston and Ortiz alongside the Rascals taking on Big Bill, Brian Keith, and the Grizzled Young Vets.
Big Bill kind of pissed me off.
Oh?
He just pissed me off sometimes.
Yeah.
Every time I see Big Bill, I'm just like,
I know he's lying.
God, you pissed me off. I know you're lying.
I know you're not so big.
You say you're so big. I don't even think your name's Bill.
I know it's Cass.
I know. That's the problem, is I know it's Cass. Dude, blind faith, you're right. Jesus Christ.
But these...
I also have no idea. Dude, my arm's getting tired. How did we ever do the show like this before?
These guys really did put on some clippable moments. I've seen AEW just milking this match for clips, being put through car windows and just everything that I want to do to Dylan in this parking lot.
Dude, I was watching back that match before we pulled up today, and I was just like, I could do that to Eddie on the podcast, and who's going to fucking stop me? Probably security, but they're not going to get to me in time.
They don't get to us in time to stop this podcast. I mean...
No, we still got time. Yeah, we got time.
We're at 20.
We're at 20. We got to talk about what's on the card tonight. We're at the Toyota Arena.
Yeah.
And hopefully we got to say hi to any of you if you recognize us. There was at least one person in the comments who said that, asking if we were here. So, but what do we got going on tonight, Eddie?
Like I said, we did have that three-way tag team match to figure out who's facing for the tag team championships at Revolution between the Rascals, the Young Bucks, and that mystery opponent. We did
Who do you think is the mystery opponent going to be?
I think a possible return for a Cope and Cage tag.
Wrong Ontario twin.
I think it would be really funny, though.
It would be really funny.
If they were like, we flew to Ontario, California.
Anybody?
I don't know. Who do you think it would be?
I put little to no thought into this. And I think I kind of want to blind agree with you, but that doesn't make a good podcast.
No, blind agree with me.
I do honestly think it is going to be Cope and Cage coming back, but I would also love to see it be just a random thrown together tag team. I feel like a lot of times when you do these mystery opponents, you make it a big comeback or a big reveal or a big debut. I kind of want it to just be two random motherfuckers thrown together. I think that'd be really funny.
I think that's why AEW declined our media pass. Dylan?
Because of me?
No, I think we're missing our training right now. Nobody gave us the heads up for rehearsal.
Yeah,
or
no.
anything.
Is this where we tell them that Pod-A-Mania is actually going to be the third tag team in this match?
That'd be so funny.
Dude, imagine just two random fucking schmucks with like 300 views per video are coming out.
400. We get to 400
sometimes
every week.
I'm proud of us. No, but honestly though, if it's not Cope and Cage, if Cope and Cage come back, I think they're winning it. If not, I think they're going to give it to the Rascals.
Yeah. No, I mean, Young Bucks are pretty much in this match so they can get a hometown pop.
Yeah.
I was here for their best of 7 series with the Lucha Bros, and I think they had a ladder match here.
Dude, is this where I tell you this is my first wrestling event since fucking War Games?
I was thinking about that this morning. That like
it's either War Games or the house show for NXT.
Yeah, like even if this podcast bombs, like at least we're back outside again, Twin.
Dude, I haven't been to a wrestling event in so long. This is so sick. Thank you, Twin. But yeah, I'm actually really excited for the trios tag match. I don't usually like trios tag matches. I kind of think it's a little too much sometimes. Yeah. But I think the teams that are in it are so experienced in it, especially if you add a Cope and Cage, they can just like kind of hide for a while when they get tired because they're old.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to see the Rascals and Young Bucks go at it, honestly.
Oh, dude. It's going to be crazy.
What else do we have tonight?
We had Tommaso Ciampa versus Kyle Fletcher, like we said, for the TNT title.
Twin. I get to see Kyle Fletcher, twin. I think Ciampa's going to cheat and win.
Yeah, very possible. I think they're not going to have the match is not going to go the way that Kyle Fletcher wants it to, and I think they may set up for a rematch in Australia to set up. I think this is people are trying to say that this is to set up Kyle Fletcher in a if he loses here, he doesn't continue going after the TNT title. He joins, and we finally get that triple threat at Revolution between Okada, Takeshita, and Fletcher for that international belt.
I'm truthfully hoping that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love Kyle Fletcher having a belt, if he goes back to the TNT title, it ruins everything that I want out of this year for him. Just in the sense of like it really felt like when he lost to Mark Briscoe, it was time to shoot him.
Well, he won't be winning the international championship. Where you want Kyle Fletcher to be is the world championship picture.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want Kyle Fletcher out of this mid-card title picture and into the... It's just hard because there's 6 guys up at the top right now.
It's hard because there's 3 different mid-card titles.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no, like, really quote-unquote ladder of them. They're all kind of similar in ranking. I feel like the TNT title is the best out of all of them and the most important out of all of them, if we're being honest with ourselves. Anybody who doesn't believe or agree with me on that, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's Ricochet. It's Ricochet in the comments. He's telling us that the national championship is what brought back his legacy in wrestling.
Yeah, bud. Where are you at? You should have been here. We're in the parking lot. Where are you?
We are actually seeing the Thekla versus Kris Statlander strap match, I believe, tonight.
I'm so pumped. We get some good matches tonight. I'm really excited. I want Thekla to win. I really want Thekla to win. I think I like the idea of the shorter reigns in AEW right now. I don't think anybody needs to hold a belt for too long. I think Statlander has had a really good run so far, and I think if it came to an end tonight on a regular televised event, I would be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, either way, the women's title is in good hands. I believe
who do you think? I have Thekla. I think Tekla's gonna take this title back, bro. Or not back. I think Thekla's going to take this title for her first reign. I think she deserves it. She's worked hard, and she has proved me wrong. I feel like in the beginning of this podcast, I was not a big fan of their little group.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of the group, and they've grown on me, and they've done a really good job of becoming this heel stable for the women.
Yeah. I think Statlander is going to retain, but it'll be close. It'll be, if it's not the main event, I will riot.
You're going to riot?
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right. We're also getting Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong versus Daniel Garcia and Clark Connors.
Oh, fun.
Cool.
Okay, that'll be a good match.
All right. Thanks. We're getting a face-off between Swerve and Kenny Omega. A little interview. I'm so excited to see what they say to each other. Honestly, that's kind of like my favorite part of Dynamite is some of these face-to-faces and the side things that they do.
Yeah.
And then we get a really fun trios match with the Mexican Don Callis family of Josh Alexander.
Yosh.
Yosh Alexandre, Mark Davis, and Takeshita versus the Death Riders, John Moxley, Castagnoli, and Pac.
Nice. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We get to see Don Callis sit at the fucking side again.
We won't be able to
I won't be able to hear him tonight. Dude, that's the one thing, that's the one thing that sucks about being here is that I won't be able to see that. We talked about the other matches that are coming up. Okay. I don't think there's unless there's some matches that we haven't talked about or that are going to come up.
There probably is.
But there
probably
is.
How Tony Khan announces
I'm
things.
actually really excited to yell my favorite luchador, Josh Alexander.
Yosh.
Yush. We're just going to start calling him Yush. What are you most excited for tonight, Eddie?
I think I'm the most excited for that strap match. That strap match is going to be electric along with the tag team both of I can't say the tag team trios match, but the three person tag match, yes. And then the 3-way tag match.
Oh, I can see again.
Crazy.
I think the strap match is going to be fun, but I'm just really excited to see Kyle Fletcher in person.
Yeah.
It's going to be my first experience seeing him wrestle in person. He's my favorite wrestler right now. I've had this happen before where I get to go see my favorite wrestler. That's my big thing is I want to go see my guys.
Yeah.
Right? Or my ladies, because even back in the day, I got to go see when she was Sasha Banks in person when she was one of my faves.
Yeah.
Getting to see her matches in person, when you get to really go experience your favorite wrestler in person, it's just a different experience. And it really makes you love the product even more. I think that's what I'm most excited about is to have a fresh first look at AEW in real life. Because I feel like watching wrestling on TV and on HBO and on YouTube is just a different way of viewing it. The viewing experience is so different. I think me and you are going to sound way less critical in the second half of this episode post Dynamite than we usually do in the garage.
Yeah. So we will catch you in the second half of this episode. Please stick around.
We are back from Dynamite. We are in the garage. It was an amazing show. But we are leaving, and we see our friend of the show, Ray. How you doing? Got to see him chop it up, hang out. We were talking about the show. We will get to some of the stuff we loved, some of the stuff we didn't from tonight's Dynamite at the Toyota Arena in Ontario, California. Shouts out if you saw us and didn't say hi. I'm mad at you. I'm upset with you.
Hey.
If you saw us and you didn't say what's up, come on. But we're walking out, and Eddie looks to his left and goes,
"Is that Rocky Romero?"
So we double back. It was Rocky Romero. He was just outside talking to people. I don't think it was a meet and greet. I think he was just meeting up with people he knew.
Yeah.
And then a group of people formed around him, and we decided to join that group of people and get a picture and tell him he's our favorite member of the Don Callis family.
Which, I wasn't lying.
Yes, you were.
No.
I can name 4 people in the Don Callis family you like more than Rocky Romero.
But I like them because I like them. I don't like them because they're in the Don Callis family. That's the thing. I like him as a Don Callis family member.
Rocky Romero, he lied to you. Do you think Rocky Romero remembers he's in the Don Callis family?
I don't think he does, and I think that's why it's fine. I thought when you said friend of the show, Ray, I thought you were going to call Rocky Romero the friend of the show.
Well, he is now friend of the show, Rocky Romero. So whenever we address something that Rocky Romero did for the end of time, he is now friend of the show, Rocky Romero.
Because we have shook hands with.
I mean, put it up right here. We took a picture with him.
Yeah, and that's just some of the highlights from tonight's Dynamite. We had an absolutely amazing time. It was Dylan's first show since 2018.
Since War Games 2018 with Velveteen Dream versus Ciampa, I believe was like the main event other than the War Games match where Ricochet tried to die, jumping off the top of doing a moonsault off of the
Ricochet. We didn't even see tonight.
We did see a lot of other balds tonight, though.
Plenty of Don Callis family members, plenty of Death Riders.
There was this little kid to our right that had like a
sign that said
Death Rider die.
Death Riders Ride or Die sign.
And I'm just like, you are 8 years old. You have no idea how funny that is.
Your life on the line.
It was just so funny, dude. I sat next to the kid and I was just like, man, if only you knew.
Congratulated him on churros.
Dude, him and his dad went to get churros, and I was like, dude, that's fire.
Hell yeah, churros.
No, the dad was cool. Me and him were like chopping up a little bit, and then I don't care. I'm airing it out. This girl to our left was fucking with us heavy.
Her boyfriend hated us.
Her boyfriend hated us, and we were just chopping it up with her, and it's just like, bro, have fun. She kept cheering for whoever we were cheering for,
and that's not something you should do because we cheer for whoever we like.
I don't think she understood how much I love Kyle Fletcher. Like, you guys know, but she didn't understand, and she was just like, I'm so happy for you, and I was just like, thanks, man.
Dude.
There was this dude down to the bottom left of us, shout out, he followed us on the pod, commented as well on the Instagram, that was losing his mind for Kyle Fletcher. It was an amazing night. I think Justin Roberts does an amazing job of pushing the show along through the breaks.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a problem I've had when I went to WWE shows in the past, is during the breaks, it's boring, right?
I was going to say, well, no, the last time you went to a wrestling event was Monday Night Raw last year. You went to the first...
Oh, shit, I did go to Raw.
You went to the first Monday Night Raw of last year.
Dickhead right here. I'm a dickhead. I did do that. But like I was saying, in between matches at WWE... They don't talk to you. They act like you don't exist. Whereas Justin Roberts is talking to the fans, engaging you. Damn, I can't believe I forgot I went to the first one. I saw John fucking Cena.
Yeah.
I saw Solo and Roman fight for tribal combat. I saw tribal combat. Yeah, I can see why that show fucking left my brain, dude. I think the big thing I loved was like the fan engagement. Justin Roberts was responding to the fans, yelling out to him, reading the signs. It was very much like I said, that like they care so much about the audience. And yes, you can give Tony Khan shit for being chronically online, right? And I completely understand giving him shit for being chronically online, because we do it all the time. But at the beginning of the show and at the end of the show, coming out and talking to the fan, you can just tell they really, really care for the fans.
It is a certain environment where like you are seeing the owner himself come out, say something to the fans, not only at the beginning of the show, but at the end of the show, making sure everybody is entertained by what he provided. And I think when you consider the way that Justin Roberts even interacts with some of the signs, and even like just acknowledging some of the crew members, I think as ex theater people, I think it's a little cool to have somebody who's carrying the show on and being like, this wouldn't be possible without Dave and Matt.
I think that was one of my favorite things, is because like I remember when we were doing our children's theater show, and you pointed towards the booth where I was working because I did technical, you were acting, right?
Yeah.
And it's like seeing Justin Roberts appreciate the showrunner, appreciate the security, appreciate the tech, like that kind of stuff means a lot to people like us who run shows. Because even now with what I do for ESPN sometimes, at the colleges I do, at the end of my shows, I always thank my director. That's my main thing, is like directed by Peter Gibbs. Shout out Peter, that's my dog. But you know what I mean? Like I always try to shout out the director and our amazing crew. Like because the show, yes, I get to talk on the microphone. Yes, you got to act on the stage, but you don't get to do any of that without the people on the sidelines, behind the scenes, in the trucks, in the booth. Yeah. And I think AEW doesn't forget that. And I think WWE doesn't give a fuck about that. And the thing is, once you're big enough, you don't have to. Right? In a sense, like that's how they feel. Yeah. We're big enough. We appreciate the fans, blah, 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 blah.
But it's almost a weird appreciation that the Fed has for the fans where they're almost still trying to dupe us, even though we care so deeply about this product. And like, I'm undecided on whether or not to put the price point we spent on tonight's tickets were, but like the experience we had, which is like entry level, like nothing special, nothing.
And the thing is, we overpaid for our. We could have sat for cheaper and had the same experience. We wanted to sit close. That's our thing. We want to be on that first level. We want to be on those 100 sections because it's who we are. We do a show. If we're gonna talk about the show after, let's get our money's worth out of it. But like I said, friend of the show Ray sat in the 200s for probably half the price we did. Yeah. And you tell me that you can go to Toyota Arena in Ontario, California. You're not driving out to LA. So if you're from the IE, like the Rancho Cucamonga boys themselves, and you wanted to go see them, and you wanted to go see Kyle Fletcher and see Kris Statlander, you can do it for a reasonable price point at a smaller venue where it doesn't take you an hour to get out. We got out in 10 minutes. And I think that's what I love about AEW is that they are staying true. Like, even at the end of the show, yes, we're skipping over a lot of it because I just want to give the inside baseball of us being there. You know what I mean?
What I was going to say, though, was like WWE tends to dupe their fans and like try and trick us with shows like Unreal that like pull the curtain back and like try and say like, oh, we wouldn't be able to do it without you, the fans, but also we're trying to trick you with injuries that don't actually happen. And it's a weird double level of poor kayfabe that we're getting from who's supposed to be the lead in this sports entertainment. And when you do a live event and attend a live event at AEW, it is almost as if, like, Tony Khan and or Justin Roberts could thank you. Like, point directly at you and thank you.
Like, at the end of the show, he comes out and he's just like, Ontario, we love coming here, and because of how good you guys always are, we want to come back to the smaller venue. Like, he wants to come back to the smaller venues because I think Tony Khan understands that this small venue that gets that reaction means just as much to him as the stadium does. Well, because, and they do a good job of showing that.
Yeah. If he knows he can blow the roof off of Toyota Arena, you know, think about the shit he can do at the Staples Center.
Yes, exactly. That he's gonna do at Crypto in March.
Yeah.
And it's just like I want to appreciate that side of AEW where the presentation's awesome. Even the Ring of Honor matches before, are they the best quality wrestling? Hell no. But we all understand that. But hey, we're going to give you 3 extra matches 30 minutes before the show.
Yeah. But speaking of the start of the show, we have 2 wrestlers who wouldn't be anything without the fans. We have one, Swerve Strickland with a Prince Nana, as well as Kenny Omega, who came out face-to-face just in a man-to-man.
Host Nana comes out dressed in chrome. We're dripped out in chrome.
Hosted by Tony Schiavone. These 2 men face off. Swerve.
Dude, you pointed out Tony Schiavone's shoes. Pulls up and dunks real quick. Yeah. What the fuck, Tony? When did you start dressing like that? I wanted to personally walk down from 105 and dap him up when I saw those kicks.
Swerve basically scratched and crawled and made his way to the top to become AEW World Champion when he was. But where was Kenny? Where was the best bout machine? Where was the cleaner? Swerve was
the God?
Busy becoming the most dangerous man in AEW, while the God, Kenny Omega, was nowhere to be found. You know, he'd pop up here and there, like at the Tokyo Dome. Stay tuned. That accent will come out shortly.
People only watch us for your Don Callis impression. No, dude, they don't even care about me anymore.
I was gonna say, he's just been laid up in a hospital bed or suspended. Basically, Swerve has seen Omega come back like this god of pro wrestling that everybody thinks he is, and he's essentially calling out the fact that Kenny is using his EVP powers to place himself in the world title scene.
Just like a couple IE boys that he dealt with last summer is exactly what he said.
I just, there are levels to this. Kenny Omega says, I am not a god by my own calling. I am graciously called a god because of these fine people.
I'm sorry, but you skipped Swerve's hardest line. He said, while you were sitting at home, they joined. Basically, he said they joined the church of Swerve, and all the people say, "Whose house?"
Yeah, and then
all the people in the church say, "Whose house?"
Yeah, Omega had been laid up in a hospital bed or suspended. Swerve said that sounds like a false prophet to him. Then the congregation started looking elsewhere, and everywhere they go, the congregation is saying, "Whose house?"
Swerve's house, dude. That was me and you looked at each other like, like we're listening to fucking Wu-Tang.
Yeah, God or not, Kenny Omega says, "You're gonna use your powers to step in front of me. I'm gonna put you down
like a dog."
Oh no, I think that's what Swerve said to Kenny Omega. Yeah. Omega asked if he could walk now. He could talk now.
Yes.
He wanted to correct one detail. Omega never once called himself the god of professional wrestling. That was a name the fans gave him. While he never asked for their adulation, they gave it to him by supporting with fans and fans with signs and shirts and just the cheers of enjoying themselves at these live events like we do, and just allowing the best bout machine to wrestle in front of them. But whether you call that the power of a god, that's the eye of the beholder. I take their beliefs as a great responsibility, what Kenny Omega says. So for them to believe in me, for them to believe in this one final journey of reaching the top of the mountain, not Mount Everest. You may ask the question, whose house? Yeah. It may be your house, but for you to question me, maybe the lights are on in that house, but no one's home. Mm-hmm. No one's home, Swerve. You need someone to burn down that house. I've just got the friend that I should meet you with. Dude, I've got just the friend who's had experience in it. And that's your boyfriend, Swerve. Your boyfriend's burned down your childhood house.
Burned down your damn child. You know your Titantron? You know who did that? So crazy that's his Titantron, by the way. It's just a house burning down. And it's crazy his whole gimmick's about a house. That crazy? This guy's whole gimmick is about a home.
We'll say that these two men are basically looking for a fight. If they want it, don't walk away.
But they beat the living shit out of each other.
They beat the crap out of each other right there in Ontario, California. Unsanctioned, no match. They went into the crowd. They went all around, and who's it? What's it?
I was looking down this guy, and the security pushes the guy back, and the popcorn falls on the Swerve. I'm just like, yes.
These men are trying to determine whether or not one is scared, one is not. They are fighting throughout the crowd. They go over the barricade, throughout the sides of the arena.
Dude, Kenny Omega puts Swerve's dome piece into the fucking Titantron.
Dome piece into the Titantron, couple trash cans tossed at one another. These two men laid it all out on the line for something that wasn't even in a match. These two, and
then it ends with Swerve tackling Kenny Omega through a table.
It was actually, yeah.
Yes, it was
because
Swerve.
they tried to go for the one-winged angel. Swerve gets out of it, and then just a swift pounce through a double table.
So crazy.
What a way to open Dynamite.
Unbelievable way to open Dynamite. And the funniest part about that is just watching Prince Nana watch Swerve get his ass kicked.
Right?
Whenever Swerve is in a street fight, like not a sanctioned match street fight, like just fighting somebody out of nowhere, it's always just funny to watch him just be shocked at how it happens and how it goes. It's always hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, any of those people that run as managers for a lot of these wrestlers, the John Moxley.
But even like Callis watching is different. Like when Prince Nana watches, it's so expressive. He's so expressive. He's awesome.
So I mean, when Callis watches, though, we do get an opportunity to make him take the headset off. The following match, after we are greeted by a promo by one proto-star Kyle Fletcher, who thrives off the pressure.
He does. And Dawn, I'm going to ask that you sit out this one.
Oh, okay. Okay, kid.
You're telling me I get to sit on commentary with my feet up?
You telling me I get the night off? Sounds like an easy victory for the Don Callis family.
He shakes his hand and he goes, I would like nothing more.
Nothing more.
Nothing more. And then Don Callis goes, it's like the son I never had.
Like the son
Dude, he's the funny. Like, and the thing is, I know he's like half trying to be funny and half not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
But he's so funny. Like, oh my God. And then for some reason, no, that's not the first match. That's just like we see that before the first match.
Yeah, we see that match before the Don Callis family of Tenosuke Takeshita, Mark Davis, and Yosh Alexander take on the Death Riders of John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Pac. Really, this plays as way of getting John Moxley closer to Takeshita in their international championship feud. And while this match is going on, the crowd does get an opportunity to say, fuck you, Callis, making him take the headset off, being like, are you talking to me? I can't hear you.
I thought that was during the Fletcher match.
I have money stuffed in my ears.
It was probably both matches, to be honest with ourselves. But yeah, Don Callis on commentary is always hilarious. That match, dude, Mark Davis is a big fucking boy. Oh my God.
I think that's something that didn't quite register for you. I think like when we consider all these people who are like, I mean, Takeshita's a big guy.
Yeah.
For his build and like,
dude, Moxley's a fucking big guy. Like when you think of Mox, I feel like I still have that fucking tick in my brain of him being not jacked Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
But he's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And like I knew Castagnoli was big, of course. Like Pac's fucking jacked.
Dude, Pac
looks really British with his new haircut. I think I told you that. He looks like extremely more European with his new haircut.
They're all like huge men, but Mark Davis looks like
a giant.
It looks like Mark Davis.
Are huge. It looks like I couldn't wrap my arms around his legs if I tried.
He is probably the biggest man in this match, and at one point we do see a standing vertical suplex from one Claudio Castagnoli, trying to get him up and over his head and lift him up. We see some feats of strength from Claudio Castagnoli, not just against Mark Davis, but against Takeshita, and bringing Pac into the mix when they need some of that double team action against Takeshita and Yosh Alexander. It was great tag team action to start off the night. If you weren't paying attention beforehand, when the two superstars of Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland, which announced during this matchup, we didn't even hear this, is gonna be in Sacramento next week on Dynamite. So they're going to Ontario, California, to Australia, to Sacramento.
Well, all that means is Kenny Omega and Swerve are not going to Australia.
Yeah,
that's what I think. I don't think anybody on that Australia show is gonna be on that Dynamite.
No, it's mostly for the people who end up winning their titles later on in the night, who we will talk about. But more on the Don Callis family and even a little bit of Thekla action there. Takeshita took out Castagnoli and hit Moxley with an exploder suplex for a 2 count.
This match was really interesting because I feel like it was It was exactly what I thought it was going to be, but I didn't get enough takeshita. I don't think there was enough takeshita, and it kind of annoyed me.
I think
I feel like I saw a lot of Mark Davis in this match.
Yes. And I think maybe, holding Takeshita back, especially when you are building that matchup,
Yeah.
Takeshita versus Moxley, and Death Riders end up.
It was crazy because once they got in the ring together, the whole crowd was like, yes, this is what we came for.
Yeah. But, to see basically a match we've seen done over and over again over the last couple weeks, last couple months, because I think when you are greeted with a team like the Death Riders, you don't necessarily know how to make refreshing matchups.
Yeah.
Especially in these trios, tag action, the tag team action, just in general. When 2 out of 3 matches on your show card involves the same team, it can get a little dry.
And honestly, I was gonna say it was just, I think I'm not getting Don Callis / Death Riders fatigue, but I'm getting there. Where it's just like, dude, I feel like every week we come in here, we talk about the same 2 groups, and we move on. Like I understand it's kind of we're in that beginning of the year phase where a lot of things haven't fully fleshed out and kind of finished, right?
Yeah.
But man, I think that they could do a better job of, maybe I don't need 2 Death Riders matches on the same card. Maybe I don't need 3 Don Callis members on the card. You know what I mean? Like I think they need to do a little bit of a better job of spacing out that kind of stuff. But also, I understand it's difficult, especially when you're going to be going to Australia, because you don't want to have, your women's tag champions on the Dynamite before that, as well as having Fletcher here, having Thekla here. It's hard. I think with them going overseas, it makes it a little bit more understandable why this show was the way it was.
Yeah.
But I think in general, AEW is running into a group fatigue problem. And I'm not saying I'm that guy. I'm not super tired of any of these groups. I really like some of the stories that are being told.
It depends. I think it depends on the week.
I don't need to see Moxley in a tag match every week,
especially when we are running a weekly wrestling podcast most of the time. 2 weeks ago, when I put on Collision to make my notes, it was a majority It was a Don Callis family Collision.
I feel like Don Callis was on commentary for every episode that week, too.
And we...
Am I mad about it? No.
We chuckle at the fact that, he basically goes up into the entrance and then makes a swift pivot around to join the next group of guys. It's a little funny to envision that backstage. But, there is something to be said that you're using the same handful of wrestlers. And I think we do... see a little bit of that complaint. I personally have a little bit of that complaint with this next matchup, the TNT title match.
Okay, before we get to that, I don't like seeing Jon Moxley, Continental Champion, Castanoli, CMLL Champion, in fucking tag matches all the time. These guys are champions. Yeah. I want to see them in singles competition. And to tell me, go watch a Collision, go watch CMLL, go watch Ring of Honor. What if I have 2 jobs and I just want to watch AEW?
I was gonna say
because I have my normal fucking 6 to 2 day job. I call sports for ESPN Plus, and I do the show with you. This isn't a job, but say this is 2.5 jobs. I don't have time to watch all this wrestling, right? So when I get to sit down and I get to watch Dynamite and I get to watch Collision, I want something a little fresh, and I think that's the tag fatigue is what I'm having. I'm not having a fatigue with these groups. I like the groups. I like the Death Riders. I love the Don Callis family. I don't love that it's always Yosh and Mark. It's always Yosh X Takeshita X fill in the blank family member in a trios match against another group. I understand you need to fill television. I think there's better ways to do it.
Yeah. And I think when you are discussing the tag team matches for the Death Riders, you do get to see a singles Claudio match. I mean, it was a trios match on Saturday, but you see Claudio and you see Moxley in the one-on-one action, and I think this week was a bad week, especially for them because
of the travel.
Well, I was just gonna say that a lot of the time you're seeing like Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia be like the fodder tag team talent of the Death Riders, and I think that
it was cool to see the A team today. And also, Marina Shafir was just pissed the whole. She was holding the title, just angry. She looks at you like that, like you probably had this. Everybody probably has, like that little fucking evil girl everyone had in their third grade class, where it's just like, why she look like that all the time?
It looks like the Miz that was super disappointed or the girl that was disappointed by the Miz WWE title run.
That is what Marina Shafir looked like the whole fucking match, dude.
Speaking about Miz and his best friend, trainee under him, at least a while ago, it was Tommaso Ciampa, TNT Championship on the line against the proto star, Kyle Fletcher.
Proto Star! Oh my god, dude. We have a new fucking TNT champion.
Unexpected.
I go back to 20 minutes ago in this episode and I look like a stupid fuck, don't I? Dude! And the thing is, dude, I wish you would have got my reaction on video, because me and this dude in the crowd just started losing our minds when he won this match. Oh, I didn't think it was going to happen.
No.
And I know I was saying before, I don't want him in this mid-card area. I would rather have him have a belt than not have a belt. Now that, and especially because I got to see it in person, I'm going to be a little bit biased, right? But if you're not going to have him be in that 6-man, like, world title picture, have him hold something down here, especially for going home. And now we get to talk about the match a little bit. Man, Ciampa's home. AEW is where Ciampa belongs. He is amazing. Like, this Psycho Killer gimmick is fucking sick.
These two men really put each other to the limit with hard-hitting offense on both sides, the exchange of chops and poses, and just, I mean, both of them really chasing each other throughout.
Don't forget to talk about SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 roster.
Lance
Archer standing next to Don Callis, and this is the one I remember where people are going, "Fuck you, Callis," and he takes his headphones off, and Archer just goes,
"I don't know.
They don't like you, man." But why is he there? Why is he just standing there? He doesn't open the match. No, because Kyle Fletcher goes, "I want to do this one on my own," and Don Callis just goes, "Hey, Lance, you want to come stand on the side?"
Okay.
It's like why are you there?
Okay, I'm going to invite Lance Archer to watch you. I won't get involved, but Lance will help you.
And I guarantee if you made this a clip, someone in the comments would be like, "Well, Lance Archer's there to protect Don Callis." Who the fuck's going to go beat the shit out of Don Callis?
Okay, but imagine the better story we would have told. I mean, a great story we're telling going into Australia. Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher have their interaction and post-matchup, setting up for their 7th match together in a ladder match at Grand Slam. So that'll be exciting. But I think when we consider where Kyle Fletcher is supposed to be headed, and I think something you talked about 20 minutes ago on this exact same show, is if you are bringing Fletcher into this world title scene with an Ospreay, with an MJF, with all these people, the already bloated world title scene. But if you're bringing Kyle Fletcher into that, you don't want to leave them in the mid card. And I think when you say, hey, Dad, I want you to stay backstage. I want to do this on my own. If he loses, it makes sense. And like the Don Callis family can say, "Hey, there's a reason why we don't turn our backs on family." But
I don't hate the story here because Don Callis didn't help. He was sitting the whole time, didn't stand up once.
Yeah.
Lance Archer didn't help at all either. I just found it silly that Lance Archer was just standing by the announce table just to be there. That's what my point was.
Where I was going with that, we did talk about this on the drive home where, I mean, we get a second TNT title run from a Kyle Fletcher. And personally, I don't think it's going to last very long. I think Briscoe may win that ladder match.
This TNT
next
title
week.
jumping back to back. Like yes, we made the joke like, yeah, Tony's putting Ciampa back in the toy drawer. We got the new toy, putting him back.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay because of the story that's being told for Kyle Fletcher going home with the title, finishing this best of 7 with Mark Briscoe. These Briscoe versus Fletcher matches have been amazing. I think Ciampa will be fine. I think he'll be able to go after a Ricochet, be able to go after a different title. I don't think that they're just going to put him in a position like, say, a Daniel Garcia or, you know what I mean? I think Ciampa, they understand how good he is. His matches have been amazing. The crowd reaction he got tonight was awesome.
Yeah.
I think that match was probably the loudest I heard the crowd tonight.
Starting Ciampa off on such a hot start with offense and getting him to be a bit more aggressive than he usually is in WWE. He is... title or not, he is a star.
He still got it, dude. Like, that's the thing. Like, I know everyone's making the old jokes because the gray and the beard, but that dude still has it. And to piggyback off your point off of a little bit ago, talking about putting Fletcher in that world title scene with Ospreay, I think it's okay to let it breathe. Let Ospreay have his comeback, build up to winning that title off of somebody else, and then once Ospreay has it, then have Kyle Fletcher be like, hey, this is what everybody fucking wants. Let's do it. I think it's fine to have him be at the top of the mid card. Right?
Well, we even talked about how if Mark Briscoe were to win in the ladder match next week, the way that Fletcher loses is basically that the family gets involved.
Yes.
You see it Takeshita, you see an Okada. Maybe purposely, maybe not so purposely screw him up.
Give me a couple month story of Okada, Takeshita, Fletcher trios splitting that group up, like from the family, and then by then that's 3 months into where Will Ospreay has kind of, hey, I got my feet back under me. I deserve to be in the world title picture because my name's Will fucking Ospreay, and yeah, no fuck. And then Will Ospreay's in the title picture / has the title. All right. Kyle Fletcher versus Ospreay for the AEW World Championship. The future is now.
Yeah,
I think that's the timeline we're on in this calendar year, and I think that's the perfect timeline to be on. And dude, honestly, I could watch Ciampa versus Fletcher 100 times. They could do a best of 70, and I would watch all 70 because tonight's match was so good, man.
My curiosity is just like, where does this belt go? Where, I mean, it obviously ties up the loose ends of like a possible pink belt for Kyle Fletcher, which I
see the pink belt come out in Sydney this weekend? This weekend. Yes, tomorrow. Yeah. As of the release of the show. If he comes out with a pink belt tomorrow, Eddie, you're getting a phone call and a text. Wow, it's on Valentine's Day? They fucked that for me bad. So okay, guys, I'll watch it Monday. I mean, my life's busy, man. I got kids. I don't.
Yeah.
Me and Heath Slater both.
But, I mean, Ciampa is absolutely electric. I worry after losing a title so soon what they're going to do with him. But I throw
him at Ricochet, bro.
I don't think Tony Khan is done with him at all.
What if they just do a big circle and they just wanted Kyle Fletcher to have the belt for Sydney, and then he loses to Mark Briscoe, and then it's Briscoe Ciampa again? I wouldn't be shocked.
That's what I'm kind of worried about.
But I'm not worried because it's going to be good match. That's the thing. I think the difference between us having that problem, like me having that problem, is that I know the matches are going to be spectacular.
Yeah.
And I think what they're doing is turning the TNT title into the spectacular match belt, where I think it is the most important mid-card belt right now. Ricochet would disagree. I think it's the most important mid-card belt right now, and the best mid-card matches, and I'm saying mid-card not in a disrespectful sense. Yeah. I'm just saying you're not the world title picture. these matches are the best matches. I feel like every time I watch AEW television, I walk away with it. Yep, the TNT title was the best match of the night again, and I'm okay with that. If this title jumps hands every couple weeks to couple months area, and it's just unbelievable matches, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you. I don't mind seeing the match again. It's making sure that I can buy into it is all I care about.
And I think I can.
The issue that I had with a Monday Night Raw and a SmackDown repetitiveness is every time they weren't giving me the different story or like extending on a story every week. It was the same story every week. It was interchangeable dialogue where...
But I think that's what I love about Briscoe coming out and saying, let me get my 7th, and then turning it into a best of 7. Was this planned the whole time? I don't know, but I guarantee Tony looked at the sheet and went, oh, they're 3-3. Let's make it a best of 7 in Sydney. Yeah. Boom. And then... if Briscoe wins, like you said, then Chop's going to be like, I want my rematch for my belt. Like, yes, I've already beat it off you once. Let me do it again. And then you extend that story, and then you can turn that into a best of 3. You know what I mean? And I think that's what they do a good job of, where I don't think the repetitiveness of the matches hits me as hard in AEW, because they do a good job of mixing stipulations, mixing the story, adding a bunch. Like, the number one contendership isn't a ladder, it feels like. And it really feels like it's it's like a couple podcasts that I see clips of on TikTok will be like, Tony Khan just likes to watch wrestling. Yeah. He likes good matches and he likes to watch wrestling, and he will make it make sense. Is it always the biggest star and the person who should win and the match that should happen? No. But he will put on the matches that he wants to see and hope the other wrestling sickos want to see it too.
And I think a good thing about having some of these repetitive matchups, not only for the fact that, like, somebody that wasn't here in Ontario, California can see the same match or similar matches in a different city or state. They're not running the hits.
They don't run back the hits.
Yeah, they don't run back the hits at all. It is a fresh match, even if I'm watching the same matches every week on TV. Moving on from the TNT title match, the Ciampa.
Sorry, one more time. God, I fucking love Hot Mulligan. He has the best theme song in AEW.
Yeah.
It fits him so well. Hearing it in person was even better.
Does it fuck you up when you're listening to it by yourself and it doesn't do the
yes. I will be driving for work because I have the songs. It's the only wrestling theme I have saved in my playlist. Yeah. And I will hear the and I will say Protostar, and I really would love to go back into the webcams that are, or the dash cams that are in our vans, because I would love to see me yell Protostar on the 57 freeway going 75 miles an hour in a Ford Transit.
Yeah. I mean, he has one of those theme songs that is comparable to a Stone Cold Steve Austin Glass Break.
I wouldn't go that far yet. I think it can get there.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Like, I know it's early calling it, but hearing a fucking, I want to take my shirt off,
dude. I was just
Protostar,
dude. I was. Why is nobody killing the rich in their home? It's your hate pretend. It's your hate pretend. My girlfriend hates screaming music, so I can't listen to Hot Mulligan in the car with her. So it's just me by myself, which is, I think, how you should listen to Hot Mulligan.
Yeah. We had a couple other than the Briscoe Game 7 promo setting themselves up for Grand Slam.
Dude, the way he talks is so awesome. Like, seeing it in person, seeing him cut a promo in real life, calling it a Game 7 was fucking awesome. He is exactly what you think he is.
A hillbilly with no teeth.
You get what I mean. Like, that promo, like, that was everything I needed to see from him. It was amazing.
The Babes of Wrath are also ready for war in the Down Under as they take on Megabad this Saturday. Penelope Ford.
I think we got to talk about that match because that was an eliminator win last week.
Yep. Megabad.
My favorite match stipulation.
Already beat the Babes of Wrath. So will they beat him again?
We'll find out
when they're upside down.
I keep forgetting we have to do predictions. No, this is just a Sydney show. This isn't like that's for Revolution. We'll save that for Revolution.
Yeah. But
there's so much going on.
You're trying to overwork yourself already?
No, dude, I'm just overwhelmed, bro. Life's crazy, bro.
How about I overwhelm you more with another Death Riders tag team match?
My fucking God.
Daniel Garcia and Clark Connors.
Who?
Who?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Okay.
Now listen, the comments, grill me. Go ahead. Who is this guy and why is he going on this late in the show? Why is he after the Death Riders tag team match? Why is he after the Kyle Fletcher TNT title match? Why is this going on so late in the show?
This is like this was one of those segments that like you didn't necessarily have to be there for the match. It did set up for Tony Storm coming out afterwards and having their shit talking
Darby Allin
moment.
Came out of nowhere because Darby Allin had to get his 2 minutes on cam.
Well, Clark Connors ends up like taking Darby Allin away and putting him in a box somewhere.
I got FaceTimed by my friend in the middle of that moment. He goes, "Dude, you're a random human. I hate you." And I went, "I'll call you later, man."
But to answer your question, Clark Connors, 100 Proof Clark Connors is a member of the Bullet Club War Dogs, a faction led by one Madman Gabe Kidd, you know.
He's a fucking madman, you know? Because he's on Gabe Kidd business.
No, he's not on Death Rider business. He's on Gabe Kidd time, fella.
Dude, if we would have got to see Gabe Kidd today, that would have been sick. I would have, dude.
I think he was in Japan this weekend. So
probably.
That wouldn't have worked out. Andrade made the flight, so I mean, no, that was a pre-tape.
Don Callis had no fucking clue what Andrade was saying in that moment. Andrade started speaking Spanish, and Don Callis just went,
¿Cómo está? La biblioteca.
Yo soy Andrade!
Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong, though.
Sorry, wait. We're talking about Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
I gotta.
They do team up, or do they? Orange Cassidy is kind of left to fend for himself at the latter half of this.
Yeah, Roderick Strong's kind of a dick.
You're not very neck strong.
I thought the conglomeration was supposed to conglomerate.
What the fuck?
He just slapped Orange Cassidy on the back to start the match and then left. He's like, hot tag? More like,
Not
I'm out.
tag.
I'm out.
More like
Not tag. That was good. Proud of you. The amount of middle fingers I saw today was more than I expected.
Yeah, from the crowd or from the wrestlers?
Yes.
Yeah. But Orange Cassidy did end up picking up the victory over
Thanks to the help of
Daniel Garcia.
Darby Allin.
But, thanks to the help of Darby Allin, who
My favorite part about
sweeps away Clark Connors into a fit of dust.
My favorite part about this match is it gets really quiet, and me and you both yell, "Do the dance!" And the guy in front of us goes, "No, stop!"
Well, yeah, because I think that shows how invested I've been in AEW. Because the last time, that was his thing.
Well, dude, and then on the side of hard cam, the guys that were annoying the shit out of us all show. Daniel Garcia turns to them and they just go like
They're
this to
trying to
Daniel
go
Garcia.
Well, Daniel Garcia does I think
he baits it.
He did hear us because he
100%.
did bait us with the punches in the corner, mounting his prey.
That's a crazy
and
way to
throwing throwing his pelvis in the face, which basically
he's just doing his best MJF impression.
That was his move at one point, just me and somebody else's daughter.
I just remember the first time I ever saw Daniel Garcia, he was just like aggressively moving his hips and having his hands in front of his face. And I looked at you and I went, "That's the gimmick." And you went, "Yeah."
He's a guy from New York. He does the little hip dance, and we like him for it.
Oh my God, Tony Storm looked fantastic tonight. That fit was immaculate.
Ball gown dressing in one of the timeless? Nope. The fucking in the luxury box.
In the suites.
In the suites.
I don't think there are suites in the Toyota Arena, so they got to the closest thing that
They called it a
like.
luxury box.
That is not a luxury box, bro. You are in the Toyota Arena. You are right at the staircase.
I think, she just happened to be at the top of the staircase. She said, "Children of California, lend me your ears."
Yes, mother!
I have made peace with my life choices, Marina Shafir, you mixed martial asshole.
Bar.
At Grand Slam Australia, if you knock me out cold in front of my friends, my family, and my former lovers, then you deserve to shave my head, but I will evolve into the most beautiful bald bastard the world has ever seen. But if I defeat you, I will shave your head so close to the skull they'll have to put a price tag on you and sell you at Spirit Halloween, you whore.
That whore. Man, she just...
Wheeler Yuta comes out.
And then Eddie's, she has a way with words. And then annoying ass... And then Wheeler Yuta comes out and the fucking crowd goes, "Fuck you, Yuta."
I can't fucking see anything. I'm barking at nothing. My hair's in my face.
Shut up, shut up. He came out like me in a fucking Valorant lobby. Shut up, shut up, shut up. And then he does the unthinkable.
He says, "Bring her out." Shafir drags Mina Shirakawa locked in mother's milk.
I hear 3 grown fucking men, including you, go, "That should be me."
God, I wish it was me. Tony losing her mind at the top of the top of the Toyota Arena. They cut a lock out of Marina's head, or
Mina Shirakawa's head, and then Yuta puts it in his mouth.
This is nuts. What did Mina do? Why are we chopping her locks?
Well, it's because she's fucking Tony.
So?
It's like it's called a. I mean, when they came out, I said it's a hostage situation.
Ah, shit!
It was a hostage situation.
Somebody should do something about that.
Yeah, that's like Tony has a lot of crime problems. I meant to talk to him about it, but I only got to see Rocky Romero, and I don't think Rocky Romero's the guy to talk about the crime problem in AEW too.
We go up to Rocky Romero and say, "The crime rate's in AEW, huh?"
Yeah, like how are you safe?
Skyrocketing every week. Are we keeping a track on this?
We should have a crime. Simon Miller has a crime counter. He's got it.
We just,
Also, seeing Chris Van Vliet tonight was crazy.
Hey, he was looking up at us.
Yes, sir. And he left early.
Unlike these real, true journalists.
Real journalists don't leave the show early.
We were gonna leave, and they had us crawling back into the arena to have Tony Khan kiss our tootsies, kiss our feet.
He did kiss my feet. But yeah, so Mina Shirakawa got the locks cut off. Yuta put it in his mouth like a fucking weirdo, and that was kind of the end of that segment. And I was kind of left
wanting more,
in awe. Just like, damn, they really just cut that. They just cut a piece off the top of her head, and she was like, "Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's crazy."
As long as I get,
I hope it was an extension.
As long as I get a face full of breasts.
I really hope that was an extension and not her actual hair.
Yeah, you can cut my hair as long as I get to motorboat her.
That's crazy. It's fucking insane to say, but okay.
I'm
also, the crowd, everyone fucking hates Daniel Garcia, and I love it. I love how much I hate him.
Yeah. It's pretty easy for somebody who was so, like, the crowd was so behind him at one point, and he is on his 5th, like, repackage, and, like, now you'll think I'm intimidating, huh?
As he's walking out, everyone's just, like, yelling at him, booing him.
Yeah. Speaking of somebody who people just can't get enough of, people are taking their pants off for the Mexican. Andrade El Idolo, as we said, cut a promo right next to one Don Callis, who did not understand a word he was saying.
It at all. The only words he understood was when Andrade said, "Don, thank you," because this family's so tight-knit and amazing. This family's gonna fucking fall apart, dude.
Ahead of their interaction at Grand Slam next week in Australia, Hangman and Andrade had an exchange basically saying, "May the best man win."
Hangman goes, "Can a white boy speak a little Spanish to you, Andrade?"
And he does.
And he does.
You know? We also get the 2 other members of Jet Set Rodeo, or Horsecock, Kevin Knight,
As
and
Jet Speed would call it, as Speedball would call it.
Speedball Mike Bailey would call it, as they would call it. They are calling it Horsecock.
They are calling it Horsecock. Who's they? Speedball.
But they basically,
we're coming for all the gold.
ahead of the wild card placement in that 3-way match of the Young Bucks and the Rascals and mystery tag team opponents, making us think, like, is Jet Speed gonna join?
Is Cope and Cage
Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be other fellow Canadians, Cope and Cage? No, we were wrong. Oh my God, is that Private Party?
Holy shit! Shots! Oh my God, there were so many shots I couldn't drive home. I drove home anyways.
I drove home.
But oh my God, it's Private Party!
They were the 3rd team in this trios match between the Young Bucks and the Rascals, and one Private Party.
And welcome back.
Mark Quinn.
So
and
happy to have you guys
Isaiah
back.
Cassidy, I believe they are coming back from an injury of some sort.
I don't have the details because I think when they left was before me and you fully switched to AEW only.
That was before you for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm not
I've
too
seen
sure.
one or two of their matches, and I got the shots gimmick pretty quick.
Yeah. They Isaiah Cassidy is most known for moaning in Kenny Omega's ear.
As one does.
He also moaned in a broken Matt Hardy match that like echoed. He went like, and
Oh, so when he did the this to the Young Bucks and he moaned, that's his gimmick?
Yeah.
If so, fucking hilarious. That got me to laugh so hard.
I mean, it may not be his gimmick, but I think when he did that to the Young Bucks, it was like, hey, this is your pose. I'm gonna
moan while I do it. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, making fun of them by moaning at them is fucking hilarious.
That's funny no matter what.
It's great. Just. And one thing I'll say is, God, dude, when the Rascals don't just sound high and annoy me, cringe, they're fucking amazing wrestlers, dude.
Yeah.
Also, this is fire. Private Party doing that.
Yeah. All 3 of these people, I think, for the Rascals, a team, I think I've seen the Rascals in person at the one TNA show that I went to.
Desmond Xavier's so sick.
Private Party I've seen before, and the Young Bucks I've seen before, but like just all these people, if this is your first AEW show, which it was for him.
Hi.
These
what a trio of tag teams to have.
You get a massive hometown welcome, just a home court advantage from the people, the Rancho Cucamonga boys.
Oh man, it was so loud for them. It was loud as fuck for Private Party. Well, I was shocked with how loud it was for them, by the way.
I mean, no, I don't think anybody expected it. That's the thing.
They did a really good job of not letting you know who it was. I like, because me and you were like, literally after we turned the cameras off in the first half of the show, we were like, man, who's it going to be?
Yeah.
Like, we had no idea. And when the music hit, I looked at Eddie, I'm like, who is it? And then Eddie went, oh, it's Private Party. Yeah. And I was like, oh, cool.
No, this is
shots.
When you are greeted with the Young Bucks and then the Rascals make their way out next, we meet the wildcard tag team. Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy, Private Party, former AEW tag team champions. So, this was a re-debut, and they planned to start the match against the Rascals. One Desmond Xavier, and Myron Reed.
And just what an amazing matchup. Super high flying. The Bucks are doing their super kick thing.
Kicks, dives to the outside.
And I love how each team has such unique tag team moves and the way they move off each other. Like Private Party using each other as the step stool. Yeah. He got so high up. Oh my goodness. And like Desmond Xavier's front gainer off of the ropes. Oh my God. Like these tag teams really get it. And I think that's the thing about the AEW tag team division as a whole. They all get it except fucking FTR. But we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, because, I mean, it is really easy for athletically skilled teams such as the Young Bucks and the Rascals
and Private Party
to put on a barn burner. But I think when you want to link together an actual show that isn't just a spot fest, actually tells a little bit of a story, actually captures some of the essence of what it means to chase that brass ring and that gold that you're going after in this contendership match. These guys do show it all out. The Young Bucks do end up winning this match over the Rascals, who, I mean, it could have been any three of these teams.
Oh, yeah.
But the Young Bucks do end up winning this match over the Rascals. Private Party narrowly escaping a loss on their re-debut. But then I fucking forgot that this means that whoever wins needs to face FTR again.
And they fucking came out.
And they come out with Stoke.
And thank God Stoke's there, because that's the only reason I laugh. Like, Stoke can't get in the ring, so they leave him out. And I just, the best part is, you could feel the air come out of the arena. Like, nobody wanted to see these guys. For all the shit that you guys give us in the comments.
That we're wrong.
And you know what? I'll say it. When you're in the fucking building, I think it matters more and you can feel what's happening. The life got sucked out of the building when they showed up. And you know what I think it did, Eddie? I think it made me understand that that's what they want.
Yeah.
Like they want us to hate them as much as we do. And I think that's what you don't understand. Like they want us to have this visceral, angry reaction when they show up because we think we're the best. You're just the second best tag team of all time, Young Bucks. You're chasing us, even though you joined. Even though you talked about how they had to start their own company, but you joined that.
You joined that company.
But yeah, I think I have a respect for FTR. Like I'm supposed to hate them, but that's not why I hate them. I hate them just because I don't fucking like them.
Yeah, there's heels like that. I have appreciation for. There's multiple of those in AEW. The Miz. MJF.
Like for WWE, the MJFs. There's these heels that are such douches, but it's like, you're a douche on purpose, so I hate you.
You're a douche on purpose. You're interesting to watch. There's nothing redeeming.
I feel like I've heard
about FTR.
I feel like the FTR promo they spit out today was the same promo they've said a million times.
And I'll tell you what I said when FTR came out. Oh, we're getting FTR versus the Young Bucks again?
Yeah, the for having all these new tag teams and having all these exciting, really cool. Like I said, you have Jet Speed. Yes, they have the trios belts, but let's just talk about tag team wrestling. You have Jet Speed. You have the Rascals. You have Private Party coming back. You have the Young Bucks. You have even the guys with Ricochet.
I was gonna say the Gates of Agony. Who the Young Bucks beat.
Yes.
But I mean, even the Bust in the Brain.
Yep.
The Eddie Kingston and Ortiz.
The list goes on.
Big Bill and Brian Keith.
Yes. Even the Opps as a tag team.
Yeah.
Right now that Samoa Joe's gone. It's like there's so much fresh, young, cool talent, and I have to watch the Young Bucks and FTR for the upteenth time.
Yeah. It's kind of frustrating. And like at least I know it's going to be a good match. It's something they've put on before.
I'm going to get to see Stoke get super kicked out of his wheelchair.
But it's boring to me.
Yeah, I think
it's
agree.
Boring
for how good it feels every other title picture is in AEW. It sucks that the tag title feels this way.
Yeah. I think like when we're on the edge of our seat for basically every other title, National Championship, TNT title, TBS title, the Women's Tag Team Championship, and the main event of this show, the AEW Women's World Championship in a strap match. We had the Toxic Spider Thekla versus the champion, the Cosmic Killer Kris Stat Daddy Statlander. And man, oh man.
If you want a masterclass on how to suck the energy out of a room,
I don't want to finger point directly at the women for doing all that.
No, I'm not blaming them at all.
I think
the stipulation didn't fit the show.
The pacing of the show was strange.
It's like up pace, upbeat. And then the final match is a strap match, which is meant to slow down. And it's and I'm not blaming the women. I think they did a good job for what the match was. For it being a strap match, I didn't hate it. Like that's the thing. Like it's gonna sound like we hated it, but it's just because of how exciting and upbeat the whole rest of the night was.
And this, I mean, I've even tried to think about it since it's happened. If this happened on like a pay-per-view card and like the way certain Iron Man matches or certain stipulation matches, you do have to slow down the show's pace a little bit.
Which I'm okay with.
And I just don't think it helped. You like sucked the energy out of the arena with FTR.
Yeah.
And then you're put in this position where you're like, they had a 60-minute time limit and they went 20.
They went like 15, it felt like.
These two women who
are amazing talents.
Are amazing talents who felt like they needed a stipulation match, and Tony still couldn't give them more than 20 minutes. That's the thing. It's like the criticism that I hear a lot of Tony Khan and his booking of the women is that there's usually one women's match announced before the show, and then 2 hours before it's set to go on TV, you get the second women's match announced, and usually it's a tag team match.
We didn't even get that tonight.
Yeah.
We got one women's match.
And that's, I mean, kind of to allude to the issue here. If you are going to build up this, like, main event card, because the strap match between Thekla and Statlander, it shouldn't suck.
No, and the thing is, it didn't suck. The only reason it felt that bad is, like you said, they already sucked the energy out of the room with FTR. If you don't have FTR come out there and you end on the high of the Rancho Cucamonga boys, and then you come into this gritty, angry, bloody strap match, you get that, like, I feel like people would have been into it more. But I think you kind of upset the audience in the ending of that anyways. Like, yes, we got the giggle at Stoke, right? But I just think that this wasn't the main event for the rest of the card you gave us.
I would almost say that, like, on top of the strap match, there wasn't any moment where the audience needed to tune back in.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't drawn into the match as much as I wanted to be.
It was like, it almost felt as if I needed to pay attention when I wasn't given a reason to, and then the match was over when I just started to kind of put things together.
I was going to say, like, the match ended right when I got locked in.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Should it take 20 minutes for me to get locked in? No, but that could be a reflection of me. Like, that could be a reflection of me wanting the Spot Fest after seeing it all night. Yes, I agree. But what I'm saying is, Justin Roberts, before the match starts, goes, this match has a 60-minute time limit. So you have put me in the headspace of, okay, this is going to be a long match.
Yeah.
So I got to sit down and get ready for a really long match that I know is going to be a little slower paced because it's a strap match. So I'm getting into the match. I go, okay, we're going to be here a while. And then 5-7 minutes in, Stat's bleeding already. And it's just like, wait.
As I was saying the thought out loud that something more extreme should have happened, I think, like, that if you are watching at home,
I was going to say,
and it may not translate to somebody who was in section 105, but, like, really it was whenever there was a hard smack with the belt onto somebody's actual sternum or back that we were intrigued. The spot on the steps that cut Statlander open didn't seem as big as they possibly produced it to be.
You could barely see it from where we were.
Yeah.
Right. And I think this, and again, the comments could grill us and say on TV it looked amazing and the match made so much sense. But being in the arena, being there, it didn't feel as important as it was, which sucks because I was really excited for Thekla to win this belt. Yeah. I'm still so happy she won it, but it just feels like this moment was... The match was rushed. It felt like they rushed the match.
I mean, the first thing you said to me after the match ended, you were like, "Is Stat injured?"
Yeah, like it felt like she got hurt.
It was not. It wasn't something I was expecting, and I think even though I was rooting for Stat, there was no turning point from either of these two competitors of like, oh, the ball is definitely in their court now. They have the advantage.
Like Stat got the tombstone, and I was like, cool, she's gonna go on a run, and then Thekla immediately hit her back with something else. It's like the pacing of this felt weird, and I don't know if they got time crunched to 20, if somebody unfortunately got hurt. Like, I have no idea, but it didn't feel like this main event was thought out and really flushed into the idea it should have been.
Yeah.
If you're going to give a match an hour, you don't go 20 minutes. And if you're going to go 20 minutes, you got to pick the pace up. Because if you're going to have because the reason that a 60-minute Iron Man / strap match works is because the pacing is slow. It draws you in over time. And as it gets more gruesome and more aggressive, and, you know, it starts to feel like, because that's where we were getting. We were finally like, oh, this match is getting gritty and I like it. Yeah. And then it was over. And it's like, whoa, I just started to enjoy this thing.
I mean...
Is there anything else to say other than that? Like I don't think there's a better way to describe it other than like it's like right when we got to the point of where it was going to turn on, it ended.
Yeah, I agree. It was as soon as Statlander picked up Thekla for the Saturday Night Fever and connected, Sky Blue got up on the apron, distracted the referee. Julia Hart tried to attack Statlander, but got a strap across the stomach for her troubles. Statlander knocked Blue off the apron as well, turned right into a spear from Thekla, and basically Thekla tied Statlander's hands behind her back and nailed a curb stomp to get the pinfall, becoming your new AEW Women's World Champion. And my jaw was on the floor.
And the whole arena was just like, wait, it's over?
Yeah, I mean, I got to look online a bit more, see what the reaction really was, because not that I'm mad that Thekla is world champion.
I'm happy. I'm so fucking pumped she's world champion.
I think it's a great opportunity for her, but it's just something that I was not expecting, especially as I like tried to pay attention to this storyline as we were coming up to this. The like Statlander versus Thekla never even felt like it reached that point where it needed a strap match.
It just didn't.
So even when this match was announced, I was like, okay, no, I'll buy into both of these wrestlers. I'll try and get some interest into Thekla because they obviously want me to care. And now I have to. But I'm hoping that both of these champions, both Kyle Fletcher and Thekla, are reigning high, reigning supreme, reigning for a very long time. And I hope you stay for just a little while longer and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. Comment what your favorite part of wrestling was this week, and comment if you were too scared to say what's up to us at AEW Dynamite. I think you should, if you are too scared, listen to us where our faces aren't known on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave a review over there, 5 stars, leave a comment, bring us to the gym. You know, let us be in your ears while you're getting your reps in.
Let us be there while you drive.
And your favorite IE boys will be here in this garage next week, 7:30 in the morning. Bye-bye.